Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nixie. Glad to have y'all back with me. I just want to say, first of all, thank you guys so much for watching my last video, liking it, commenting, just being active on it. I appreciate that so much, the love. I got so many shares on it, and you guys, y'all mean the world to me. So knowing that you guys watch my videos and you appreciate it, it means so much. But yes guys, so today we're going to be talking about the hiring process after you apply for my specific airline. So basically I had to work myself back through my emails and figure out what was my hiring process after I applied, because it's a little strenuous, I'm gonna tell you that. But the biggest thing is to please be patient, and please honestly just relax. Don't overthink it. Don't, you know, start being like paranoid, like, oh my god, they haven't hit me back. They will respond to you if they need something from you. Like if you apply, like their company, it's pretty good at responding to questions. If you have questions, they have no problem answering your questions in the email. But just be patient and allow them to walk you through the process. Like, I feel like some of these like Facebook pages that I'm still a part of, like I see y'all going crazy paranoid, like, oh my god, okay, so I put in my application, I haven't gotten my assessment, has anybody else gotten their assessment? Y'all gotta relax. like you gotta relax, because honestly your process is not going to be the same as everybody else's. Like your timeline, it's not gonna be the same as your girlfriend or your best friends, or like you gotta just be in your own lane and just understand that it's going to be a process for you, and you got to take it one step at a time. So I did a thing and I walked myself through my email. I had to go all the way back to 2018. Yes, 2018. Because y'all, in my last video I was like, whoa, I did not start working 2018. I started working 2019. 2018 is when I applied for the job. So I wanted to walk you guys through my process personally. I understand that my timeline is not going to be the same as your timeline, because I actually applied like later on in the year. I was not sure if I wanted to do the job to begin with, but of course I eventually just decided to, so that's why I'm here now. But yeah, so I'm gonna walk you through my steps. I hope you guys stay tuned and enjoy the video. The first one is my application. So I submitted my application in the beginning of October 2018. I don't have the exact date, but I know that it was the beginning of October 2018 because October is my birthday month, so I wouldn't have forgotten that. So yes, I definitely applied at that point in time. My biggest tips for that is to make sure that your resume looks good. Make sure that your resume is organized. I see a lot in Facebook pages of, oh, they, you know, I applied and they just, you know, they said no thank you. There's definitely multiple things that could have been, you know, a reason for that, which I can't tell you personally, but I know that when I applied, I made sure that my resume looked presentable, it looked professional, and there were no gaps in my resume at all. But I've also been working since I was like, what, 16, 17 I think. So I've never had a gap. I've always worked since then. If there are gaps in your resume, I do recommend to do a cover for your resume. If you don't know what a cover is, go Google it. They show you like plenty of examples and samples that you can take from, and create your own. And then so basically on your cover sheet you could just explain the gaps in your employment, because what a company wants to see is your continuous employment in a place. So yeah, I definitely recommend to just take a look over your resume. If you haven't freshened it up, the best thing you can do is freshen that thing up and you'll be good to go. If you need to, you know, ask someone for advice, send it to someone that you know works, like, you know, in a corporate field, and ask them, okay, does this look good to you? Or there's even people that I think on that you can actually, if you want to, that you can pay money to, and they'll look it over for you too. So that's that. All right, so my second step is the assessment that comes in after you apply. So it's kind of like an assessment to feel you out a little bit. So of course, when you're applying for a job, they don't really know you. So in an assessment, they want to see, okay, how would you respond in certain situations? So that's basically what the assessment is for. So they're trying to feel you out as to who you are as a person, how you would act in a certain, environment around certain people, how you like to, how you work your day to day, basically. That's what they're asking. So that I received about a week after I applied. Some people will receive it sooner, some people will receive it later. Like I said, don't rush the process. All right. Number 3 is the live video interview. So your live video interview, you'll receive an email after you do your assessment. If you are chosen to move forward, they will send you an email about the live video interview. So the live video interview is when you are actually talking to someone in person. And you are basically answering their questions about yourself. So what can I say about that? I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give away too much, because honestly I don't want to get in trouble with my job, my job. But it's just, honestly, I can say to just sell yourself. Be you. Like, they're gonna ask you questions about, okay, like certain times in your life where like you've had to fix a problem or something, like basic stuff like that, and then you just answer honestly. But you also want to sell yourself. Don't be honest and just be like, I just walked off and that was it. Like nah. Like we gotta do better than that. So we gotta make sure that we are selling ourselves in a positive manner, and you want to show them that you're able to take on multiple responsibilities, multiple situations, that you can, adapt to the situation. That's the biggest thing too. So sell yourself. Biggest thing. All right. By the way, my live video interview, I applied in October 2018. I'm trying to give y'all my breakdown. The live video interview was scheduled November 4th, 2018, which was when it was. So that was about almost a month after I initially applied. So it'll take some time. So after that, and once you go through your live video interview, you are going to then receive another email about you being chosen to go on to the next step, which would be a face-to-face. And a face-to-face is when they fly you out to Atlanta, which is the headquarters, and they basically have you meet up in a group of people that were also selected to come to that face-to-face. You will have, I can't get into too much depth about what it is, but you're basically, just once again, being yourself. Can I tell you my personal experience? I've never had an interview where I never, like, in the beginning of the interview process, when I got there, I was very, very nervous. But when I started to meet the people, like it wasn't an interview to me. To me, it was just like, just being me. Like, it wasn't like anything stressful. Like, you're literally just selling yourself and being who you are in front of these people that could possibly soon be your peers. So just have fun with it. That's honestly like the biggest thing that I could tell you. Don't overthink it. Don't take yourself too seriously. Like, just follow the main things that they're asking you to do, but be yourself. Like, have fun with it. Don't be nervous. Like, they see all that stuff because they're watching you the entire time. So they want to be, when you think about a flight attendant, like, you're not thinking about someone that's like stuck up and just like, oh no, that's not the right way you do that. No, just be you. Like, just be chill. And honestly, you will make it through there. So after that, after the face-to-face, so they have this process where you can either do a CJO, which is a contingent job offer the same day, a email, or a phone call. It might not be the day after, it might not be the week after, it could be months after your face-to-face, where they contact you and they ask you if you still want the job. So it's up to you if you still want to do it or not. If not, then then they'll just pass it on to the next person, and if you do decide to take it, they'll give you those steps from there. Can I just say, for those people that did not, if you don't receive a CJO on the day of your face-to-face, so if you're not given a job offer on the day of your face-to-face interview, it's okay. I know a lot of people I've flown with many a times, and they didn't receive one on the day of the interview. They received an email or they received a phone call. They could, like, I think they said like it was like 2 to 3 months after the interview, and they didn't think that they even got the job. Like, they had moved on, they were still working and stuff like that. minding their business, all of a sudden they get a phone call from the airline asking them if they still wanted a job. And of course they were like, heck yeah, like I still want the job, like why not? So always, you know, just be hopeful and keep the faith that it's always a possibility. Don't like freak out just because they didn't ask you. And also, just a heads up, a contingent job offer, just to correct anybody who might be thinking that this is a absolute, like, yes, I got the job. It's a contingent job offer, which means that there's a possibility that, like, yes, we're giving you an offer for the job right now, but that doesn't mean that you have the job. Like, it's not like set in stone. So I want you guys to know that. So when you get into training, and when I do this video, I'll break it down for you guys. When you get into training, there is a possibility that you will not get the job, because if you don't pass training, you don't graduate, you don't become a flight attendant. So you have to graduate. So you have your face-to-face, you go to training, you get through training, you graduate, and then you get your wings, and then you're legit. Until you get those wings pinned on you, you are not legit yet. Like, you have an offer on the board. Like, you have a contingent job offer, but you don't have the job just yet. So just please keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. Because I feel like people, they see, oh, I got a CJO, I got the job offer face to face, I'm good. Like, they offer me the job, I'm good. It's a job offer. That does not mean that you got the job set in stone. So yes, we need y'all to get through training, buckle down, so you can get those wings and actually become a actual flight attendant. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, there is such thing as a thanks but no thanks, that they'll send you that email like, thanks for your, you know, for your effort and the opportunity, but we are going to pass on hiring you. So we're going to give that opportunity to somebody else. Also, with the thanks but no thanks, there's always still a possibility that you can be called back. So that is also an email that you can receive saying that, no, thank you, not this time around. But later on, you could be like a couple months down the line and they'll give you a phone call and you'll be like, I thought you guys didn't want me. Don't lose the faith, y'all. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, always be hopeful that there's a possibility that you can get this job. Like, if you want it and it will be for you, then it will come to you. So that's always a possibility. I know people that have gotten that too, and they got the thanks for no thanks, and then they are on the line right now. So don't lose faith with that. But just a few reminders, y'all. So biggest thing is to make sure that you are 21 by the hire date. That's a big reminder for you guys. Some of you might be 20 right now, but by the time you're hired, you're 21. So do it. Heck yeah, why not? Second thing is make sure that you have a valid passport. That's a big thing. Make sure that you have a passport before you even go for your face-to-face, because if you get to that point, just make sure you have it. Like, if you just plan on becoming a flight attendant, just get a passport. Like, just knock it out so you don't have to worry about it going through the process. You don't have to like expedite the process of getting a passport. Don't stress yourself about that. Just do it now. If you're thinking about, you know, applying for the job, just do it now, because you'll need it if you do get a CJO. Even after that, even if you don't get a CJO and they offer you the job afterwards, just make sure you have your passport ready. Another thing is, of course, make sure that you have your government ID or driver's license. Make sure it's also valid. Make sure it's not expired or, you know, suspended. Just make sure you're good. You know, cross your T's and dot your I's. And then the only other thing I did on here was, you know, if you to take things to take with you to your face-to-face when you get to that step in your process, and just make sure that you have your basic stuff. You can have your you know, so your driver's license. You want your passport, social security card if you memorize it. That's fine. Also, just be prepared to possibly do drug testing and then fill out background information. So of course for your background check, which that takes a whole process. So I'm gonna tell y'all, so I did receive a CJO on the day of my face-to-face, and I filled out all that paperwork, all that stuff, and I honestly didn't get, so let me run this back to you guys. So my face-to-face was in January of 2000, 19. I had to check. 2019, right? Yes. And so that happened. You know, it was great. Went through the whole day, filled out all the paperwork, all that stuff. And then I didn't actually go for training until, let me see here, until April. Yeah, until April of 2019. So that was a 3-month gap. And y'all know what I was doing? I was working. I was working my butt off. And honestly, I know people that have, I'm going to do another video about training and all that, you know, all that jazz of preparing for training once you pass your face-to-face and just getting prepared and everything about your job and stuff. I'm going to definitely walk you guys through that, because I wish someone would have walked me through that. And there's definitely some things that you should know before you leave your current job to go to flight attendant training. But that will be coming in a whole other video. But yeah, y'all, that's it for this one. I just wanted to walk you guys through that really quickly for the hiring process and tell you guys to just be patient, just, you know, relax. It's gonna happen in your time, in due time. You can't rush the process, because you're gonna drive yourself crazy. And I see a lot of y'all doing that right now, and you guys should just woosah. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be cool, because honestly, at the end of the day, if it's for you, it'll be for you. So yeah, don't stress about the little stuff. Just be, you know, happy with where you currently are in life, and that's it. But yeah, y'all, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Of course, just a reminder to comment, like, and subscribe on this video. I would really appreciate it. And I will have your next video, guys, coming very, very soon. I've actually been enjoying coming back to the camera, because it's been a very long while. But now that it's like, now that I have a reason to come back, I'm like pumped, because like I have so much information that I've been withholding from y'all that I can now give. So why not give it? Why not give it? But yeah, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time.